What's up, Saints? I'm Jacob Talley.
And I'm Brody Wyatt.
And this is SFHS Today.
In national news, the U.S. lost a great leader, World War II vet, former U.S. Senate Majority Leader, and 1996 Republican presidential candidate, Bob Dole. Mr. Dole passed in his sleep at the age of 98 Sunday, December 5th, in his hometown of Russell, Kansas.
In school news, cap and gown orders are due this Wednesday. You can still order online through Jostens' website.
This week, Student Council is holding a food drive with a big send-off this Thursday night, a doubleheader basketball game. The school started testing new bell systems last Friday, and with that, we were met with an unexpected fire alarm. Our reporters went out and talked to Mr. Austin to get more information.
Why did the fire alarm go off today?
We've kind of had an issue with the sensor that reads falsely and says that we're having a fire. They checked it out, there's nothing there, it just needs to be repaired and fixed. So that's why the alarm went off.
And why the change for the new bells?
There's just been a lot of complaints about the old bell, so we're gonna give this one a try through break and then make a determination on which one to go. I wish we had better options because none of them really work that well. And so we'd like to find some other options, but they're really limited on what the sounds are.
What were some of the complaints about the bell?
The other one is a loud tone, especially like in student services and the office areas and stuff like that. It's just really hard. You pretty much have to stop for about 5 seconds, whatever you're doing. This one is a little bit better in some ways that way, but it's also kind of, neither one's really a good option. We just wish we had more things available to us.
Speech is starting up soon. If you are interested in speech, please visit Miss Arnold in the Social Studies wing. Our reporters went out to get more information.
The winter weather is here. To give you this week's weather forecast is Ryan Loons and Davin Lukow.
Good morning, Saints. This week, we're looking at a pretty warm week with record-breaking temperatures dating all the way back to the 1800s. You can expect to see a 20 to 40 degree increase in temperature in almost a third of the country.
On Monday, there will be a high of 38 and a low of 23. On Tuesday, there will be a high of 39 and a low of 33. We're looking at a little rain on Wednesday with a high of 47 and a low of 31. Make sure to pull out your ice scrapers because you can expect to see some snow and flurries on Thursday where we start to cool back down with a high of 42 and a low of 19.
Then we're on our way to a mostly sunny weekend. Friday has a high of 29 and a low of 17. There will be a high of 30 on Saturday and a low of 19. Then Sunday, we're going to see a few clouds with a high of 34 and a low of 22.
Last week's snow brought some winter road safety concerns to SFHS students, so reporters Colin and Eamon have some tips and tricks on road safety.
With winter around the corner and it beginning to snow, you want to make sure to take extra precautions when driving.
Make sure to always wear a seat belt and drive slowly in case of any ice on the ground. Make sure to always have your defrosters on so you can see the road clearly.
Hey Ryan, aren't you glad Colin and Eamon shared these tips with us?
Sure am. Unfortunately, we didn't have all these great tips last week with the snow that touched down. Davin and I got some interviews on SFHS drivers that had trouble on the roads after our last snowfall on Tuesday.
Did you have any car trouble earlier this week when we got all that snow?
Yes, a lot. Very slippery, roads are terrible, and my car does not like it.
Thanks for the report. Speaking of colder weather, reporters Joe Waldock and Easton Johnson went out to check on the ice on the lakes in our area.
What's up? It's Easton,
Jackson,
and Joe, and we're gonna go check on some ice so you don't have to.
Hey, we're out here on George right now, and we didn't think it would be too good, but we're right out here right by the hole where everyone likes to fish in the winter, and this is the stuff that just froze up after the snow and looks to be about half an inch to an inch, so we don't want to go out there, but we're quite a ways out here. What do you think, Joe?
It's like 3 or 4 inches where we're at right now, but after that break line, it's probably about an inch or so, like Jackson said.
Alright, today we're out on Norris checking it out. Doesn't look too good. Jackson, how many inches looking like?
We were about maybe 15 yards out, and there was about an inch, so we didn't want to risk going out any farther.
I wouldn't recommend coming out on the lake quite yet.
Yeah, it's kind
Pretty
of
risky.
a warm, yeah, it's risky and it's kind of a warm day. Who knows about next week, but definitely do not recommend. We're out on Lake Francis, doing a little bit of an ice check for you guys, getting prepared for the ice fishing season. A couple people out here, just sleds and seats. But Joe, what'd you say the ice is looking like?
Ice is looking about 4 or 5. Really clear ice, so that's always a good sign. How many fishermen are on the ice today, Jackson?
Right now I see about 4 or 5. One guy just caught one. A couple other guys heading out here, and I would say, yeah, just kind of stay cautious. Just be safe.
Last week, Jingle Ball came to Minnesota. This week, reporter Abby Ferraro is giving us her review on the concert.
First performer was Dixie. My expectations weren't very high for her, but Dixie's was actually really good. It surprised me, and I think she sounds way better in person.
Thank you guys so much. This is so amazing. I love you all so much. I'm so happy to be here. We're gonna do it one more time. I love you all. Thank you so much for everything. Sometimes I don't wanna be happy. Don't hold it against me. If I'm down, just leave me there, let me be sad.
Pitbull. I have a little bias because Pitbull's my favorite. That's what I'm gonna say. Pitbull's was my favorite. I didn't even realize he was performing until I got there. I was like, oh my god, Pitbull's gonna be here. And it was kind of funny because we saw some people like the bald caps and the black suits, and I was like, that's pretty cool. And then last and finally, Lil Nas X. Lil Nas X closed the show. He was really good. He had no drummers, no music that was on stage. It was just him and his a bunch of dancers. He had the best stage performance.
Couple racks, couple Grammys on him, couple plaques, that's a fact, throw it back, and it's one of
The Jingle Ball was a success this year, personally, I think. Had some good artists, had some, okay average artists, some learning artists. I think it was a good variety.
Wow, that's so beautiful. Beautiful, 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 beautiful angel. Love you imperfections, everything, God. Tomorrow comes and goes before you know. So I just had to let you know.
With the holidays around the corner, our reporters went out to find what students' favorite festive food is in this week's RQT.
What is your favorite festive food?
Pumpkin pie.
Christmas cookies.
What is your favorite festive food?
My favorite festive food is key lime pie because it is really good and tasty.
What is your favorite festive food?
My favorite festive food is candy canes.
Mine's stuffing.
What's your favorite festive food?
Spam.
What's your favorite festive food?
Yams.
Every kid has that really smart kid in their grade. For the senior class, it's Dalton Ogg. We sent Dalton out to test his IQ against other students in the school. In the new segment, Are You Smarter Than Dalton Ogg?
Alright, welcome Saints. Today we are on the Are You Smarter Than Dalton Ogg trivia show. We're here with our contestant, Devin Fisher and Dalton Ogg. Let's get into it. Alright, our first question is, where's the Eiffel Tower?
Paris?
Correct. Alright, our second question. Which planet is the biggest in the Milky Way?
Jupiter.
Dalton got it. It's currently 1-1. Alright, third question. What does a thermometer measure?
Temperature.
Correct. Fourth question, what fruit do raisins come from?
Grapes.
Now let's hit it over to sports.
Hey, Saints, I'm Jenna Vandekar.
And I'm Mackenzie Wyman.
And this is sports. In national sports news, the Minnesota Wild are first in the NHL Central Division with a record of 19-6, making them the team with the best record in the NHL.
In more sports news, the Minnesota Vikings caught a win last Thursday against the Pittsburgh Steelers with a score of 36-28.
Meanwhile, in school sports news, boys basketball picked up a win against the Rocori Spartans, beating them 56-53. Reporters Nick Coop and Jacob Talley went out and talked to Coach Waterworth and some players about the win.
What were the expectations going into last night's game?
Going into last night's Rocori game, we had a chance to scout them against Little Falls, and we thought that if we played hard and matched their intensity, okay, we had a pretty good chance to be successful. We knew that they would be a scrappy team that played hard. If we could protect the ball, okay, which we did, okay, we limited ourselves to, I think it was 9 or 10 turnovers last night, we would have a chance. We shot the ball well after a slow start, and did all the things I thought that would give us a chance to be successful. I thought our defense was pretty good. Anytime you can hold the team in the 50s, you're going to give yourself a chance to win. So I was happy with our effort. I thought we executed our game plan well. We protected the ball and we matched their intensity and played hard. So I think all those things contributed to why we won the game.
How does it feel to beat Rocori?
It feels good. A W is a W, and we're ready to play the next one.
It feels great to be Rocori. They're in our section, so that was a big game for us. And we're looking forward to keep it going the rest of the season.
How are you going to carry that energy you had in the Rocori game throughout your next few games?
Just listen to the game plan and listen to our coaches and just be ready to play.
Continuing on with boys basketball, sophomore Caleb Schoenrock is our Rookie of the Week.
How does it feel to play varsity as a sophomore?
It's been pretty fun. We've gotten some wins, so that's pretty good. Still got a lot to learn though, so that's something to look forward to.
How many W's do you got?
Currently our records, we are 2-1. We beat Rocori, and then we lost to Bemidji, and then that's one other game.
What position do you like to play the most?
I prefer playing the 5 or post and just getting the ball down there, making plays for everybody else.
Meanwhile, the girls' basketball team took a trip up to Rocori on Tuesday and to Zimmerman on Thursday, both resulting in tough losses.
The Northern Edge hockey team traveled to Princeton and faced off against the Big Lake Becker hockey team, resulting in an 8-2 win. They played the Anoka Tornadoes Saturday, resulting in a loss.
The Northern Tier Stars hockey team welcomed the Irondale St. Anthony girls into town last Thursday. After a hard-fought game, the Stars came up short, resulting in a 1-2 loss.
Our athletes don't only get after it when in season, but also work to improve themselves in the off-season. This can be seen by the large number in the after-school lifting program. Reporters Eric Wickman and Nick Coop went out and got the scoop.
What was your first reaction when you saw how many people were signed up for this session of lifting?
My first reaction with the after-school strength was actually kind of a sense of honor that we have so many athletes or student athletes that actually want to come in here after school and develop themselves both physically and mentally. So super honored and that we have that many people who want to get after it.
What do you think the main cause of that huge growth is?
The main cause of why we have such huge growth of people who want to be a part of this is mainly because our group of athletes. We have stressed that this is their weight room, this is their program, this is their opportunity to get after it, and they've taken ownership to kind of invite more people and talk about the positive atmosphere and the culture that we're developing inside of the weight room. It's nothing on me, it's all about our students.
So you talked a little bit about culture. What is the ideal culture in the weight room for you?
The ideal culture is where each and every person who wants to come in here comes in here and gets after it, and they have a sense of 100% commitment in themselves and the other people around them. That's the culture and the energy that we are developing.
Do you want this culture and energy to carry through all sports activities, or would you like to keep it in this weight room?
That is the ultimate goal. We've always said that we wanted to create an environment where everybody can be a part of it, but then go and transfer that energy into somebody else and share that passion.
Why do you do after-school lifting?
To better improve myself and become a diamond.
I do after school strength to try to prepare myself for the tennis season in the spring. Try to do better, try to go to state hopefully.
I do it because my friends are doing it.
I do after school lifting because I want to get stronger and I want to get better for the next football season.
Tonight our dance team is traveling to North Branch for Mississippi 8 conference competition. They will compete in both jazz and kick. Good luck, dance team.
Gymnastics has a meet on Thursday at 6 p.m. at Big Lake High School. We will update you next week with the results.
That's all we have for this week.
Stay safe and go Saints.
That's all we have for you this week.
Stay safe, Saints.